Okay, so an example from my own life of a cultural liturgy kind of has two parts to it. Because if you were to ask me this question like 2 years ago, I would have had a completely different answer than what I do now. So, and that's kind of important to what I deem now as my cultural liturgy. So, what I would used to deem it as was kind of my identity in sports. I cheered my entire life, and I kind of had, going into my senior year, just a really big change of heart, change of outlook on the sport, because I realized how much of myself I put into the sport and how much of my identity was kind of my performance and what I was achieving versus literally anything else. So that's kind of what it was, and it shaped how I viewed people. It shaped how I viewed my teammates, my friends, my family. It shaped how I viewed myself for sure. And then what I wanted and what I deemed as a good life. Like it says, how it forms your desires or your vision for the good life. And my desires were rooted in that, and how I could just be better. And then flash forward to the change of heart, I would say that now, what I deem as my cultural liturgy is my faith, and how, like, what I am as a human being, not just as an athlete or a student, but just as a human being. And the more concrete things that are not as fleeting, so kind of like my identity in Christ, and that's what I would say is my cultural liturgy. So that way I'm able to better love others. I have desires that are more lasting and are centered more in others, and I don't deem the good life as an achievement, rather a process. And then something I would like to adopt is, I liked how Alessio said a more selfless approach, because I think especially with modern day technology and social media, I'm really adept to getting swept up in myself and comparison and all of that. So something I would like to adopt towards the character of virtue would be to not look so much to social media and to the world, to form my opinions into what it says about me, but to kind of rely more on my faith, like I mentioned earlier, to just be who I am, who God says I am, and stop comparing myself to what I see on social media, and to stop believing what I see on social media. And also going along with that, to just be comfortable being bored. I like how the video kind of called out people, me, who just need a constant entertainment, like from scrolling. So I think something I want to adopt is just being able to be bored and to not rely on my phone for such entertainment and for truth and for really anything. So those are my thoughts.